going on, guys?
What up, man?
Friday, October 10th. It is 10 out of 10. And Brian, you look like a 10 out of 10 today.
I feel like a 2 out of 10. And it's not because of drinking. It's because it's that change of season sickness bullshit.
Yeah, I get the same thing, man. I had to take my allergy meds this morning. I actually have I have to re-up them at CVS, and I have to do that in the next couple of days, or they're going to be gone forever. So
maybe go home. Yeah, I just took some Dayquil, a little Dayquil packet here.
Yeah.
So hopefully that makes you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I woke up yesterday or maybe 2 days ago feeling it, and I was like, well, this next month is going to suck. There's nothing you can do about it, though, really.
Have you always had allergies?
I've had them real bad since I was like probably 10 or 11. Yeah, but I've always, when I was even really little, I used to get nosebleeds randomly, like all the time. We had to get my nose cauterized like several times for whatever reason. I don't know what's up with me, but yeah, the inner stuff that's going on in here. I've had problems with vertigo in the past as well. Like I've got some really bad sinus issues. And my nose was broken when I was at a really young age, and I never got it fixed, so I don't think that helped either.
That didn't help shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've known a couple of people that have vertigo, and that's something I never want. I never want an ear infection, knock on wood.
Yeah, I've had that before, too. It's not fun.
and vertigo, I see people, and that is discombobulating.
Yeah.
Probably the best word I can put to it. But
it's not something that happens to me constantly, but it's something I've had spells with in the past. So, it's just, whenever the seasons change like this, my nose and face I feel like there's just like so much pressure in my head. You know what I mean? You feel that way?
Absolutely. And I actually, you bring that up, and I'm taking my glasses off here. I have pressure like here, like above my eye. It's weird. It's weird as hell. Like, I don't understand. I feel like I got punched in the face, but I didn't get punched in the face. So we're golfing tomorrow. Hell yeah. I'm excited.
We are golfing tomorrow. Actually, after this podcast, I am headed up to Baltimore from Ocean City, and I'm kind of dreading the drive, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think I'll be able to beat most of the traffic. I'm staying at a Holiday Inn Express. So
you're going to be smart, and you're going to shoot 68.
Yeah. So the wedding I'm going to, the hotel block for the wedding is by the airport. So I'm staying at a Holiday Inn. And the wedding's in Pasadena. There's a shuttle to and from the wedding from the hotel.
Where's the venue?
It's in Pasadena, down by Mike's Crab House, like on the water somewhere.
On the water.
I'm not 100% sure what it's called, but I know it's down there somewhere by Mike's Crab House in Pasadena.
I think I know where you're going. I think a buddy of mine got married there. I want to say it's like Swan something, or either way. If it's the venue I'm thinking of, it's a nice venue. It's right on the water. It's like a rancher style venue. It's very nice. I believe that's where it is. And I remember going. It's like Mike's Crab House North is what you pass. Yeah. You're right near. Maybe you can stop at Irv's because you're near Irv's.
I'll be pretty close to Irv's, I think.
Irv's Basement Bar. And if you guys aren't familiar with what Irv's Basement Bar is, look it up. Man's like 102. As I have Sister Jean, rest in peace, down here.
Yeah,
because she just died. The Loyola of Chicago sister, who was like a fan favorite of everyone at the NCAA tournament, but died at 106. And I think Irv is 102 or maybe 101.
Yeah.
And he still bartends. And I will never forget this. We went with your brother and we pulled up after golfing at Compass Point, and we pulled up to Irv's, and he goes, "Hey, Irv, you mind if you open up the bar?" And it's like 10:30 in the morning because we were the first people off the tee box. And he goes, he was outside burning his trash. And he literally said, "Yeah, let me change my shirt." And he went and opened the bar up. It was awesome.
He did. He was burning, in a just a big metal trash can like you would see in a movie, like a homeless man is sitting around. You know what I mean? It's he was just burning something in the middle of it was great. It was everything I ever wanted from a first experience at a place.
I've never been so excited to drink a Jack Daniels out of a candle holder. That had cigar ash on the side of it. I was happy as a pig and shit. It was amazing.
We've had some weird times on this podcast, some weird experiences, and that certainly was one of them. That's for sure.
Very odd. But that'll be fun. And your friends get married's names are
Steve and Audrey. Steve Roberts, Audrey Lassner. Steve is one of my buddies. Went to Calvert Hall with me. Went to Maryland with me. So one of the core members of my friend group for sure back home. So also excited to see my buddy Curtis, who lives overseas in Europe. Haven't been able to see him in over a year now, so it's gonna be the first time I've seen him. Really excited to see. Always excited to see friends I never get to see. I will have seen quite a few of these guys because I did go on a bachelor party with these guys just less than a month ago at Lake Anna. But a couple of them weren't able to go to the bachelor party, and of course,
for obvious reasons,
I haven't seen in a while. My friends' wives and our other friends, and so have it. But it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited for the wedding, and I can't wait. But
hopefully the weather holds up for them. I know it's supposed to start raining Saturday evening.
Yeah, so I'm hoping the weather holds up as well. I believe the wedding's at 5, so hopefully we can get it in before the weather. I don't know if they have an indoor setup or an outdoor setup. I would imagine they have both, kind of options laid out there. And then Sunday, I have tickets to the Ravens game, but it seems like that's going to be an ugly day. But I mean, we're going to be tailgating in ponchos, I guess, which is going to be all right. We'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look,
look.
We've done worse. We've definitely done worse.
We certainly have.
So, yeah, I'm still going to the tailgate one way or the other. I was actually with Delaware Dave yesterday. Delaware Dave runs the tailgate. It's the Greek tailgate. It's going to be ridiculous. I think there's going to be 200 to 250 lamb chops ready to rock and roll. Bunch of Greek food that we talked about the other day. And I know Dell is actively getting extra tents for the tailgate lot so that we can be undercover when we can.
Oh, okay. Well, that's awesome. That's good news to hear. Yeah, I'm really excited. I haven't been to a Ravens tailgate in quite a while. It's been at least a year. And it just feels like they're so few and far between now that I've moved down to Ocean City. It's one of those things that you really miss. I don't miss a lot about Baltimore, having moved down here. But the things I do really miss are being able to go to these games and being able to tailgate and being able to see my buddies all the time. That's what I really miss. I do not miss, however, the traffic.
I know
the way people drive as soon as you get across the Bay Bridge, or even when you get close to the Bay Bridge. It feels like my internal clock driving has slowed down quite a bit since I've moved down here. But I also, everything down here is within like 10 minutes of each other. So if I have to drive, it's pretty much I think I put like 10,000 miles on my car since I moved down here.
Jesus.
I don't know.
I'll say this about the game tomorrow. It seems like it's going to be lightly attended, not only because the Ravens are in the situation they're in, but also the weather isn't very conducive to people hanging out. So there's a lot of people giving their tickets away. I mean, I think I've been offered 6, 7, 8 tickets. I'm contemplating maybe going to the game with you or around you or something, but
yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's my buddy gave me the tickets. It's his PSLs. He offered them to me for free a couple weeks ago, and I want to take them for sure. And I don't get the opportunity to go. It does suck. We have a backup quarterback playing. It does suck. The weather doesn't look like it's going to be awesome, but we'll figure that out. I'm not super worried about all of those logistics. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm going to go spend time at a Ravens game, Ravens tailgate, have fun with my friends. So who cares what the weather looks like? We'll be fine. I'm not going to melt. So yeah, that's. I just sent
the link to the tall man. See if you want to join us since we're running 2-man today.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, dude, we're gonna have a good time. Look, let's get through golf tomorrow first, and you get through your wedding, and then we'll deal with the tailgate as it comes. Yeah. The tailgate is that's the dessert of your weekend, I believe.
Yeah, I didn't realize for golf tomorrow that it's going to be in the 60s, and it's going to be cloudy. I don't know if it's going to be rain, maybe spit and rain while we're playing. So I had packed golf stuff, and then I realized, oh shit, like I might actually need to pack a pair of pants. I had all shorts, and I was like, should I get like a rain jacket and a pair of pants to take with me for this game in this golf round? I wasn't even thinking about it.
I don't know how you look. If you wear pants, it's totally cool. I wear shorts in the rain. When I have to be a mutter, as I like to call it, you're a mutter.
Yeah.
I still
His
wear
mother
shorts.
was a mutter. His mother was a
mutter. I still wear shorts. I have my golf outfit already laid out. I got my golf bag ready. I got a bottle of bourbon in the bag. I'm ready to rock and roll, baby.
Hell yeah.
And now I'm going to try these delicious things that I've never had. Lifesavers neons.
Neons, huh?
I've never. So I already cracked the bag. I haven't tried them. I wanted to wait till we went live. Let's give these a whirl. Bold berry, orange pop, pink punch, cherry lime splash, and electronic lemonade.
Electronic lemonade, not electric lemonade.
It's electric lemonade. I just said electronic for no reason whatsoever.
Electronic. All right, thanks.
The bag is cockeyed. All right, pretty good.
All right. Let's talk first.
Well, I want to give credit. I don't know if you guys can see behind me. I've been collecting patches.
Oh, Houlihan.
Patches of Houlihan. So I try to support local fire companies, firefighters, and local law enforcement. So I have Baltimore PD, Dundalk Fire Company, local lifesavers, first responders. And my buddy gave me one yesterday. Well, this one's a little wild, but I'm going to put it up. He's part of the sex offender unit.
Whoa.
And I mean, look at this thing. Look at the two people. It looks like what's
they look like old time inspectors, that's for sure.
Yeah,
like Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. That's what I was looking for. Sherlock Holmes. So this one's going up on the wall, and some of the stories. One, I won't tell them. And two, I probably am not allowed to tell them. The shit we don't hear about, dude.
Yeah.
It's a wild world out there, man. It's a wild world.
Certainly.
I hate to say this because it sounds selfish, but it makes you realize how decent of human beings we actually are.
Oh, look at that. Makes you feel better about yourself, huh?
It's a selfish statement, but damn it, it's true.
Yeah.
Some of the shit he sees and hears and tells me, holy fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the I mean, it's just one of the things we take for granted in general, and getting worked up over things, silly things. We don't have to deal with a lot of the things that other people do. So
and Brooks knows so many things he probably hasn't told you, told me, told anyone.
And honestly, I prefer to keep that out of sight, out of mind as much as I can. And I know that's probably not a good way to go about things, but it's I don't know. It's
nothing disrespectful about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell this story time with Brian. When Kirsten and I went to the Macy's Day Parade 2 years ago, we had a buddy that set us up real nice, put it that way. We were right by the Macy's in our own little pavilion area. And then afterwards, we went to a gala, got all dressed up, and I met the Detroit police commissioner. Random as hell. All right. It's totally random.
That's so random.
I know. And he was down there helping the New York police commissioner with security. And so anyway, yada, yada, yada. We're a couple cocktails in, and everyone's enjoying themselves, having a nice time. And he comes up and he goes, yeah, we found 4 terror cells here in New York that we had to defuse before the parade. And I was like, Kirsten and I are both like, what? Like, we thought we misheard it. Like, I'm like, man, this is one strong ass old fashioned I have. Like, what? And he's like, yeah, 4 terror cells. We had to pick them off before we could actually make the parade route. And I'm like, oh my God. And once again, kind of going to what you just said, shit you don't want to hear about. And you just got to we take for granted how many people are looking out for us the entire time. So that's why I'm starting to collect patches. Like Brooks collects sports memorabilia. Like you collect whatever you collect. Yeah. You collect toilet paper. It's totally awesome. I need to get into that business.
Yeah.
So.
I missed the pick last night. I was going to go with the G-Men. Yeah, well, we team rode the Philly Eagles, and that went really well for us.
Really bad.
But before we talk about those Philly Eagles, we need to talk about the other Phillies. And look, I'm sorry if you're a Philly fan and watching this, or I'm sorry if you're a Philadelphia sports fan in general right now, because it's not very great. And honestly, Baltimore sports aren't much better, so maybe I don't feel as bad for you because you guys won the Super Bowl last year. But I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen a team with World Series aspirations lose a playoff game that would eliminate them from the playoffs quite like this. Little slow dribbler right up back to the pitcher. All he needs to do is throw it home, get the force out, and he throws it. He Rick Ankiels it over the catcher's head is the only way I can say it. It was rough. Brian, what did you take away from the game in general? And I mean, we'll talk about the moment, I'm sure, ad nauseum. But
We'll talk about the moment at nauseam. Philly dominated this game. They did not dominate the walk game. That's the only thing. That's the only way the Dodgers got their one run, other than the error that we'll talk about at nauseum.
Yeah,
and they just couldn't throw strikes at certain periods of the game, and that's what ended up biting and losing making their season go away from them. But I really thought the Phillies were the better team yesterday, and you know what? The Dodgers needed to win that game because I think if they go back to Philadelphia, I think the Phillies are winning that game.
Yeah, I think they were in
moving on.
trouble. And honestly, I felt the same way about the Mariners the other day against the Tigers, and they didn't get it done. And guess what? They got a game 5 tonight, and they got to face to Rick
Skubal.
And that is going to be zero fun for them. But I do agree with you. I watched a lot of this game. I was at work yesterday, but it was really, really slow. Unfortunately, in October, Thursdays on the boardwalk that are pretty windy are just not going to be busy days. So I kind of knew what I was getting into going in, but either way, I was able to watch a lot more of the game than I normally do when I'm bartending. And I totally agree with you. Outside of the one bases loaded situation where Mookie came up later in the game, I think that was like the 6th or 7th inning.
Yeah.
I think he ended up walking, right?
Mm-hmm. That's when he got walked. Yeah.
Yeah.
He took a high 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Duran. That
was the only situation. That was the only part of the game really where I was like, that was the first time in the game, should I say, where I was like, oh shit, the Dodgers might actually win this game. Because the whole time I was like, the Phillies are going to win this game. They're just playing better. They're having better at bats. They seem more locked in. They seem like they got the momentum back. Mm-hmm. And then when Mookie came up, I was like, shit, dude, one swing could put them in the fucking AL or the NLCS. And he got walked, and then I think Teoscar popped out or struck out the next at bat after him. I can't exactly remember, but
I don't remember, but it was Teoscar for sure.
Yeah,
because Freddie Freeman was waiting on deck.
But once they got out of that, I was like, all right, well, they'll put up at least another run or two, and then for whatever reason, they just couldn't. They couldn't get it going, and yeah, I feel bad a little bit for the Phillies because I feel like in this last 4 or 5 year stretch where they've been really good and been competitive, I feel like they could have very easily gotten one. I felt like they were one of those teams, but I mean, you're running into the Dodgers every year. It's just such a freaking buzzsaw, dude. It sucks for the entire National League having to go through that monster. And of course, the one year they don't have to face the Dodgers, they get swept or they beat the Dodgers. They get swept by the freaking Arizona Diamondbacks. Who backed their ass way in went ass backwards way into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I do feel for them a little bit. I think the way that they handled Game 3 with the pitching, starting Nola for 2 innings and then putting Suarez in after 2 innings, like why did you even start Nola if you had more confidence in Suarez? Or maybe it was just like we want to get him one time through the order, but not the second time through the order. I don't really know what the thought process was there. I thought that was a little weird.
It could have been heavy righties at the top of the lineup too. I don't really know. I'd have to look back at it. Look, the Phillies got themselves in this position by losing the first 2 games at home. They have no one to blame but themselves at the end of the day. So I don't feel bad for them, but does it suck? Yes, because they were the better team the last 2 games.
Yeah,
in LA.
And if they have Wheeler healthy, this is a completely different series because it's a completely different series. You can't pencil in a win, but you can pencil in a quality start at the very least from Wheeler. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean that's a really big blow to them. And now the Dodgers get to rest a little bit. They get to watch the Cubs Brewers tonight. They don't play again till Monday, I believe. Which is I think the AL game is Sunday. Which Sunday night, and then the Monday the NL game is going to be Monday.
Then I think it just alternates back and forth.
Yeah, and they'll go back and forth until the World Series starts, which is October 24th, 2 weeks from today, actually.
All right, so let's get to the play.
Okay.
And talk about it, please. Go ahead.
It's obviously as big a pressure as you could have. You're in the playoffs. You need to get the out. Just felt like he didn't really feel comfortable fielding the ball. Looked like he was kind of like he didn't have his footing all the way he wanted to. And he just kind of was like, shit, I got to really move. And I don't think he had to move quite as fast as he thought he did, but I think he just kind of panicked. And I mean, look, I've done it a million times in practice and in games, whatever. You panic. You're like, shit, I got to get the play done. I've taken too long. This is weird. And then you just fucking sail it. And it just all happened so fast. I feel so bad for the guy. And I love what the Phillies manager came out and said. I can't remember his name. But I love when he came out and said he was
Johnson, Ron
yeah,
something.
he was like, I feel really, really bad for the guy because he's putting this whole series and this whole loss and everything on his shoulders right now. But we win as a team and we lose as a team. And I love what he said. I like what he said there because it's true. Look, if they had 3 runs going into that inning, then that play doesn't matter as much. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel really, really bad for that guy. I hate it when plays like this happen. I don't, it's just, it's tough, man. I mean, there's a lot of shit riding on these big moments, and I don't know. He obviously wanted to rise to the occasion. He got the pitch. He made the pitch he needed to. He got the slow roller right back to him. He just didn't execute on the back end. What was your thoughts on it? Sorry, as I ask you right as you go to mute.
No, it's okay, man. It's all good. It's just this sickness. My nose is leaking like crazy. But
are you down with the sickness?
I am down with the sickness. Yeah, and look, going back to the managerial part that you brought up, and I'm glad you brought that up. I love that he met him at the top of the dugout, at the top of the steps, and kind of hugged him, or at least put his arm around him and said, "Hey, look," whatever he said in his ear to console him. Laura, did the kid panic? He absolutely panicked. And, Dusty, and you and I know this, and this is actually where I wish Brooks was with us right now, because fielding a ball coming off of a mound is much different than when we are on constant level ground. I played first base, and Dusty, you played, second base and first base, and we're on level playing field, no pun intended. So Brooksy would have more information on that and be able to give us a real deal feel. But what we're always told from Little League all the way through college ball is always know what you're doing if the ball is hit to you.
Yep.
And it seemed like he didn't know. And obviously all hell broke loose when he bobbled the first attempt to get the ball.
Exactly.
I think even if he makes a good throw to home plate, that guy's still safe because that guy was breaking. I believe that. Now, I could be wrong and we'll never know. But he had plenty of time to pick the ball back up, turn, and fire to first.
Yeah.
Because that guy was only as Pages.
Halfway down the line.
I want to say I always want to say Pages, by the way.
It's Pages. It's Andy Pages, yeah.
He was only halfway down the line, so he had another 45 feet to keep going, and he could have turned and fired.
Yeah. Yeah, Laura, I totally agree with you. We don't know. It is his job as a professional baseball player to know, but once again, he's probably focused more on executing the pitch. You know what I mean? He's not probably focused on the very unlikely scenario where there's going to be a dribbler right back to him. So it's just a lot of things to try to keep in your head at once, and especially in such a big moment. And this is a guy that I had never really heard of. I don't really know the guy, so it's not like he's a household name or anything. So I feel, he's clearly not been put in this situation before, is what I'm trying to get at, and especially not to this level.
And he's on the road, so you got a hostile crowd. I mean, there was like one guy in a white T-shirt back there, like you would have thought he was a rave without glow sticks. Yeah. So like there was a shitload of stuff going on, and you could see the guy just mentally buckled and then physically buckled by tossing the ball to home. He's going to take what's right in front of him, okay, but then he sails to the side. And on the reverse angle, watching the replay, you see I forget who the Phillies second baseman is, but he just does what I call the scorpion.
Bryson Stott.
Yeah, he just like, oh no.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper. Look, I know people shit on Bryce Harper. And that's fine. Bryce Harper plays the game the right way.
I agree.
And Bryce Harper, without a doubt, I guarantee you went into that dugout or that clubhouse and consoled that man. And I could see it on the reverse angle where the second baseman does this. Bryce Harper shows no emotion. You would have thought he just went to church. And so I have respect for Bryce Harper more than I ever have. And I already had respect for him prior to that play.
Yeah. Unfortunate again for Bryce Harper that he's the World Series just continues to elude him. As if you remember, as we do, Bryce Harper left the Nationals just before they were able to win their World Series and has gone to the Phillies and has really been in that window for the Phillies for the last 6-7 years, like I have mentioned before. Ever since they got Real Muto and they got those other Wheeler and Nola and all those guys in there, they've had that core and they've been in it every single year, and they just haven't gotten it done. They've been to the World Series twice, I believe. They lost to the Astros both times, right?
I don't remember.
They've at least been to the World Series once. I think they've been there twice. I think there was a rematch. Anyway, regardless, I do feel bad for Bryce Harper in particular. I feel bad for Zach Wheeler because I think he really could have helped this team, and I'm sure he's probably like at home sitting there with the blood clot or whatever thing, healing from that thing in his shoulder, hoping that he can get back on the mound at some point and help this team make another run at it. But I think JT Real Muto might be gone. I think Kyle Schwarber might get one of the biggest free agent deals of the offseason. I think Castellanos could get moved. I think you could see Harper back in the outfield next year. I think there's a lot of things that you could see change with this Phillies team, and I think this was the last year of this core
unit
for them to go for it.
I mean, my leg is shaking. I naturally have a shaky leg, but my leg is shaking like extra hard today just because of thinking about what that man is going through. I mean, he didn't sleep last night. There's no chance. No. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question from an emotional standpoint. Would you rather be Mike Trout and never get to the situation that Bryce Harper's been in, or would you rather be Bryce Harper and be in those situations and have your heart torn out, put back in your chest, torn out again, and put back in your chest?
I mean, I think you're cheating yourself as an athlete if you don't say Bryce Harper in this situation. You gotta want to be in those situations, regardless of whether you win or lose. That's why you play, so that you can, like when you're a kid and you're outside and you're shooting hoops, and then you're like 3, 2, 1, the Bulls to win. You know what I mean? You know how many times I did that? You know how many times I did that when I was a kid? Like literally millions and millions of times.
And you're playing the Alan Parsons Project theme song in the background.
I mean, look, I think if you're an athlete and you want to play at the highest level and you're not just in it for the money or whatever, and it is a business too, and I get that. But at the end of the day, I think you should strive to be in those situations. You should be the best player you can be so that you can succeed in those situations when you're put in them. And it does suck for Bryce Harper that he's come up short in so many of those situations, but also like, I mean, I bet you Mike Trout would give all of his accolades up to just get one run at it, one chance at it, because I think he's that competitive an athlete, and I think you have to be to be that successful at that level.
I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel for Harper, and he's getting older. He's still got plenty of time, and he's still a very capable player. But it seems like the Phillies are going to be in shuffle mode. I don't know if they're going to be able to shuffle a roster that's going to be competitive next year. If Wheeler's going to be back, that's going to be a big thing. If Schwarber's going to be back, he hit 56 home runs for them this year. That's going to be a huge deal. That's a huge deal. But I don't know. Talk about a guy I'd love to see in Baltimore, Kyle Schwarber, hitting warehouse shots.
He might hit it over the warehouse.
Yeah, he hits bombs. The first one he hit in game 2 or whatever.
Game 3.
Game 3.
455 feet.
God, I thought it left Dodger Stadium. I mean, almost did. That ball was mashed.
Trey Turner was talking about, I guess it was in Philadelphia. I've been to the Philly Stadium twice. He said the furthest ball he's ever seen Kyle Schwarber hit stayed in the yard only for one reason. It hit a McDonald's sign. It actually hit the M arch.
Nice. He should win free nuggets for that or something.
Yeah, I know.
We got to get the fry guys on the phone. What's going on?
Anything that goes out of the yard that fast should have a fucking stewardess on.
So anyway, tough loss for the Phillies. Good for the Dodgers. We kind of all expect the Dodgers to be here every year, but they're back in the NLCS as they seem to always be. We will find out tonight who they are going to be. Tomorrow night. We'll find out tomorrow night who they are going to be playing because the Cubs Brewers game is not till tomorrow night.
Yeah, they travel back to Milwaukee.
Traveling back to Milwaukee. Milwaukee is favored minus 135 in that game. So pretty even odds. I'm going to look at the starting pitching matchup.
And even if you do, it doesn't really matter. It's a Johnny Holstaff game.
Yeah. It's not been announced anyway. It's undecided on both sides. So we'll find out more.
Johnny Holstaff, this is going to be one of those games where they're going to play matchups the entire damn time.
Yeah.
The Wiz kid will throw 2 innings. And then they'll have, Peralta or whatever. Yeah. Throw a couple innings, and then it's a bullpen shit fest.
Yeah, so we can't. I guess we can't really preview all that game all that much because we don't know the pitching side. If you had a gun to head before we switch to the American League, gun to head, who is going to be facing off against the Dodgers in the ALCS? Do you think the Cubs or the Brewers win that game?
I'm going to say the Brewers.
Yeah, I'm going to say the Brewers too. They've been better than the Cubs all year. They really were the best team in baseball record wise. And I don't know. I feel like that Milwaukee crowd at home is gonna bring them some luck. They won the first two. They lost the next two on the road. I think they come back and they win.
I think the team that gets the lead first wins the game in that series for sure.
On the other side of things, the Yankees have been eliminated from the playoffs by the Toronto Blue Jays. Shout out to the $600 million man, Vladimir Guerrero, who just went absolutely apeshit in this series. Going into the final game, I think he had like a 615 batting average in the postseason or something like that.
Aaron Judge hit over 500, and Vlad outdid him by 100 points.
Yeah.
What?
Also to the Aaron Judge haters, it certainly was not his fault this time. I know he's had some bad performances in the past, but this was on the pitching staff. They couldn't, and maybe it's not even on the pitching staff. Maybe it's just credit to the Blue Jays. Like you said the other day, Bri, the Blue Jays were just having great at-bats. They were mashing the ball. They looked like a fucking team possessed. And they didn't even have Bo Bichette, who led the. I don't know if he led the league in hits, but he was up there. He hit like 310 this year.
Yeah, I want to say he was second in the league in average, but maybe third in the league in average.
Judge,
behind Judge. And they're going to get him. It seems like they're going to get him back for this series.
He said Sunday. They said Sunday is the target day, which would be their first game. Yeah. If not, he'll be back for game 2. So. Yeah.
And look, they're going to get a team. Whoever wins the game tonight in the AL between the Tigers and the Mariners is going to be a little bit. Well, they're going to be at a disadvantage because they're going to be a depleted staff in terms of pitching.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, you won't see Skubal until, let's just say the Tigers win. But he wouldn't pitch until game 2,
game 3, maybe
game 3.
How long? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you're the Mariners, same thing. George Kirby pitching tonight for them. I know the Mariners have a deeper pitching rotation and they have kind of more guys. The Tigers are pretty top heavy in terms of that, but Skubal versus Kirby is as good of a matchup as you're going to get in postseason baseball. Kirby is a known pounder of the zone, does not like the walk dudes. He didn't have quite his best year this year, but still was a very, very good pitcher. He was one of the better pitchers in the league last year. And then Skubal, I mean, we've seen what we need to see out of Skubal. Do you know, guess what his over under for strikeouts in this game is?
14.
9.5.
Okay.
14 is crazy.
take the over. Over.
It's even money for him to get 10 strikeouts.
Take the over. He's going to get
strikeouts. It's a game 5.
I would actually set it. I'll do a $5 bet with you. I'll give you the money on the golf course tomorrow. I'll set it over under 10.5.
Let's do 10, and I'll shake on it right now. $5.
$5. You taking the over? Or you taking the under?
I'm taking the under.
I'll take the over. Handshake. There we go. $5, $5, 10 strikeouts.
And look, I hope I'm wrong. I hope he mows them down. I hope it's a barn burner, and I hope it comes down to the 8th, 9th inning, and we're in like a 2-1 game, and there's some real stakes because that's when baseball is at its most fun.
So you want to see a repeat of last night, is what you're basically saying.
Basically, yeah. But I don't want to see whoever the closer is for the Tigers throw it over the catcher's head to lose the game. That would suck.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
But yeah, I want to see. Maybe I definitely want to see Skubal versus the Big Dumper. That's going to be fun. To watch all night. And I want to see what this Tigers offense, if they can respond and get Skubal a couple of runs early, because I think if they do, if Riley Green hits a 2-run homer in the first inning, or Torkelson, or if the Tigers lineup gets hot early in the game, I think that the Mariners are going to be in trouble because. I really think it's very important for the Mariners to score first tonight in this game. And I don't normally think about that in baseball games, but because they're so long and so, random and so many things can happen. But I don't know, man. This guy seems pretty inevitable, and I can't imagine he's going to be throwing 170 miles an hour tonight.
From the left side.
Yeah. What were your takeaways? We didn't talk about the Yankees quite as much. Credit once again to the Blue Jays. What are your takeaways from the Yankee season? Cody Bellinger has just announced that he will opt out of his contract and test free agency again. So what is your instinct moving forward for the Yankees? Also, Aaron Judge turns 34 in April.
And by the way, how random is it that he turned it on at 28, 27?
Yeah. Well, he didn't get up till he was like 26. He had 53 home runs as a rookie.
That's nuts. But normally, and it's well documented how I feel about Aaron Boone. This is not on Aaron Boone. This is a front office that's very analytic heavy. Okay. And it seems like they have a roadmap they give to Aaron Boone and go, this is what you're going to do in this situation. He's a puppet. So this came down to the Yankees not having a great bullpen. That's really what it came down to. They got exactly what they want. I can't say the kid's name. Schlittler.
Cam Schlittler.
Yeah. I mean, they got exactly what they wanted out of that young man. He gave him 6 strong innings, maybe even 7. And then their bullpen just sucks ass.
Yeah. Devin Williams, who was the guy that they went out and made the big trade for in the offseason, who's been excellent for the Brewers, completely fell off a cliff in the early part of the year. Had a little bit of a comeback, but really just shaky all year for them. And Luke Weaver was kind of in and out. The other guys back in the back end of the bullpen, Tim Hill and I'm blanking on a couple of the other names. They lost
Cruz. They had Cruz
early in the season as well. That was a guy that they leaned on a lot. So yeah, I agree with you. I think I thought that the lineup outside of Judge and Bellinger was going to be their biggest problem going into the year, but it turned out to be that bullpen. And losing Garrett Cole before the year starts, that's tough on every team too.
They're going to be right back where they need to. Now, I will say this. They seem like they're in neutral. And when I say they're in neutral, they went to the World Series last year, okay? That's phenomenal. And they went to the DS this year, but they seem like they're stuck in neutral. And I know if George Steinbrenner was alive, this team would not be stuck in neutral. All right. And look, they're going to get Garrett Cole back next year. Now, who knows if he's going to be a shell of himself or he's going to be the Garrett Cole before the arm surgery. But they had a lot of guys in their lineup that were worthless. Volpe had a terrible playoff series.
I mean, he was terrible all year. He's number one most wanted in New York City right now.
In New York City.
Yeah.
And then Grisham, who hit 34, 35 bombs this year, he was leading off. He's their center fielder. Great mustache. He did not have a good series at all either. They were just, and look, I'm going to say this now. I'm a Jazz Chisholm fan. I am no longer a Jazz Chisholm fan at all. He came off like a whiny little baby during this series. Not playing in game 1, bitching, moaning, whining. Then he hit a bomb in game 2. Phenomenal. Forget the air he made. That was a hard hit ball that actually picked up speed after it hit the ground. So I can't even fault him for that. That led to a couple runs. But he just came off like a whiny little girl during this. And this is a time where you step up and you get angry either at yourself or at the other team, or you make artificial adversity if you need to. And he quivered at a corner.
Look, he had a 30-30 season. He's clearly an uber talented guy, but this was the knock on him in Miami too. He's a himself guy. He's not a team guy. And I just don't think there's any room for that in a playoff series, especially if you're trying to win. I mean, you got to give everything you can to your teammates to win that game. That error he made at second base was inexcusable. I know it hit you got to stay, at the very least, stay in front of it. Don't let it
stay in front of it.
At the very least.
Well, you know why? You know why he didn't do it? Because he had a fucking turquoise glove. Why don't you get a glove that looks normal? You're not in summer catch. Get a flame on your glove, then, you asshat. Why are you wearing turquoise out there? All right.
Look, I know they're not nearly as talented guys, but this is why guys like Bernie Williams and Brett Gardner and Jorge Posada and those guys, they won so many times together because they didn't care if they were in the spotlight or who hit the game-winning hit or who got on base as long as somebody did. And those guys, teammates. They were real teammates and they were a real team. And it just didn't feel like the Yankees were a real team. It just felt like they were a collection of individuals.
It was a land of misfit toys. And going back to what you just said, Dusty, and I'm so glad you said it. It's very well said. Is Bernie Williams and Paul O'Neill, those guys ate glass for breakfast. All right. They chewed glass, and they would chew more glass if they needed to in order to win the game.
Yeah.
These little puppeteers out there, and they need to be pampered. They need to stay in Holiday. They're not staying in Holiday Inn Expresses, by the way. They're staying in the suites, and they're not traveling by steam locomotive. All right, they're flying charter flights. Stop wearing turquoise gloves. Get in front of the ball.
Yeah, that's the. I mean, look, the first thing you get taught in Little League when you're fielding a ground ball, get your butt down and fucking put your chest into the ball if you need to. Like, make sure.
Worst comes to worst, dude. Knock it down.
Yep. Make sure it doesn't get to the outfield. You save a run. Yeah. Anyway, that's
Laura, fun at clinicals, baby. I hope everything's going well. By the way.
Yeah. Thank you, Laura, for listening. We love you. Thank you for being a long-time listener and a consistent listener. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough, I think, on baseball. It's enough on the Yankees. We will see the Blue Jays play the winner of the Tigers-Mariners game tonight. We will see the Dodgers play the winner of the Cubs-Brewers game tomorrow night. And then we will have our Final Four locked in.
And I want to say this to Joe right now before we do our picks, and we're going to wait a little bit to do our picks. I know we got other things to talk about. But, Joe, I want you to pick the Sunday night football game, the Lions versus the Chiefs. I'm going to give you the prime.
The
Lions at the Chiefs.
The line we are using, Joe, is Kansas City -2.5.
All right, so give us
52.5.
Give us some thought to that, Joe, and then when that time comes, go ahead and give us your pick. Okay, I want to put that out there in advance.
We're not sure what we're doing with Brooks's picks yet. We'll probably post them on social. We'll have him make them before Sunday, just so we can keep it consistent going throughout the weeks. But anyway, we'll move forward. Regardless, before we talk about that, we do have to talk about the game last night. Jackson Dart, 2-0 as a starter. Cam Scatterbo looked great last night.
2-1 as a starter.
2-1, sorry. 2-1 as a starter. My fault. He's beaten the Chargers at home. He's also beaten the Eagles at home. Two good teams.
And lost to the Saints. Lost to the Saints. What?
And he's done so against or without his the best player on their offense, Malik Neighbors. But they seem like they have a new best player on their offense with this kid from Arizona State,
Scatterbo.
19 carries for 98 yards and 3 touchdowns last night. And he runs physical too.
There is a play from his high school years that a gentleman showed me last night. A guy named Jade. He showed me this play.
Jade?
Yeah.
Don't know that I've ever met a guy named Jade.
Well, I have one. I got a guy named Jade. He showed me this play. I think he breaks like 15 tackles in high school. There's one point he's not even present in the scrum, and he comes out somehow and just keeps running. And then just looks at this kid and goes, "You're blessed," and just puts him away.
Oh, man. Yeah, he looked like a bat out of hell last night, and the Eagles secondary was dropping like flies. Quinyon Mitchell went out early in this game, and then Blankenship got hurt a little bit later in the game. I still don't understand why the front seven wasn't playing as well. I don't know if they were missing guys, and I just missed that because I wasn't really listening to the game. I was just watching it. I don't know if Carter or Davis was out, or if they were missing guys like Nakobe Dean or Jahad Campbell. I saw Campbell out there, so I don't think he got hurt. But it's just I don't really understand why the Giants were so able to run the ball so successfully, especially when they don't have that over-the-top deep threat in Neighbors. I don't get it. It feels like the strength of this team for the Eagles has been their defense all year long, and the offense has been kind of lagging behind. And it felt like in the first half, the offense was kind of picking it up. And they were moving the ball. They had 17 points with 6 minutes left in the first half. Yeah. And they didn't score another point the rest of the game. I don't get it. It's just like they're so boring and vanilla on offense. They have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, who are two of the most dynamic receivers in the league. They have Saquon Barkley, who was one of the best running back seasons of all time last year. And they still have what I thought was going to be a pretty good offensive line, but I don't know. Maybe they aren't that good of an offensive line. And maybe last night it was just a case of that front four for the Giants is legit. Brian Burns, who is co-leading the league in sacks. He had 2 sacks last night. Dexter Lawrence is year after year voted by his peers one of the best interior edge rushers and just run stoppers in the league. And they still have Kayvon Thibodeau there. They still have Abdul Carter there, who they drafted number 3 or 4 overall this year. So I mean, maybe that front four really is legit, and we need to start taking them seriously. But I still don't understand the other side of the ball. I don't know. I just feel like this team was 4-0, and it felt like they should have been like 1-3, and now we're starting to lose the games that they're supposed to. What is your take on the Eagles first, and then we'll give credit to the Giants next.
Well, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, this is more about the Eagles, and once again, what I said the other day on the pod was we always look to place blame. This is where you actually should place blame. This seems like a team, and I want to go back to what you said, Dusty, about the Yankees. this seems like a team of misfit toys now. And a lot of these are the same fucking players from last year. But hey, I got my chip. Now I'm worried about me. And when you worry about you, the team goes by the wayside.
Did you see the body language on AJ Brown when they did the 4
He
straight
is-
tush pushes, by the way? But
he
they did
is a-
4 straight tush pushes at one point in this game, by the way. We need to talk about that
Yeah.
as a quick aside. I'm sorry, I didn't let you finish your point. Finish your point, and then we'll talk about it.
It's all good, man. Don't worry about it. Yes, I saw the body language, but this is a land of misfit toys again. And it's crazy because that land of misfit toys gelled together so well last year. Now it seems like it's completely separated. Now AJ Brown saying he doesn't even remember having a meeting with a 2-hour meeting with Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. He doesn't remember it all of a sudden. This is, once again, Jazz Chisholm as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
It really comes down. I hate to keep using these comparisons because it's definitely apples to oranges in terms of sports, but it almost seems like apples to apples in terms of personalities. And this is way more about the Eagles being a little bit dysfunctional. Nick Sirianni, you know what? They might need to make Big Dom the fucking head coach and have Nick Sirianni be the sideline guy.
I hate Big Dom. I hate Nick Sirianni too.
But go ahead, man, please.
Yeah, I just like. They ran 4 straight tush pushes. They get to it was 3rd and 2 on like the 4-yard line. So they know they can run 2 tush pushes. They'll get first down, and then they're on the 2-yard line. They run another tush push. It doesn't get in. They run another one. It gets in. AJ Brown after the 3rd one looks to the sideline and just goes like this. He just like puts his hands up like, what do we do? Like, can we run a fucking play? And they're like, no, we're going to fucking run this ball until it goes in the end zone.
We're going to score
these
fucking
are the
touchdown.
rules, and we're going to keep doing it. And I mean, look, I don't, as much as I disagree with and I will say this 100% after watching 4 straight last night, I don't want to see it anymore. I'm sick of it. I don't want to see it next year. I hope they ban it next year. They can't do anything this year. They can't do anything in the middle of the season, but I'm sick of it. I still think it's somebody's going to get hurt. I still think that there was rules against leveraging your player forward for the longest time. I don't understand why those don't exist anymore. And clearly, the Eagles guards are getting away with jumping offsides on at least 50% of these. I mean, every time they show a replay, they'll show it, and they say that the league is emphasizing it, but they're not fucking calling it.
They're not calling it.
So,
and even Dayball was down next to the referee.
Screaming at him.
He was screaming at him like they're jumping off sides. You could read his mouth.
Yeah. So I'm done. I'm done with it. I think if you're going to have one of the most dynamic offenses in the league, it's Saquon Barkley and Dallas Goedert, who's a great goal line threat, and AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, and you're going to reduce the offense to this for 4 straight plays at the end of drives to score a touchdown. It doesn't make me want to watch more football. It doesn't make me want to watch the Eagles, that's for sure. And ultimately, that's the goal of the NFL, is to get eyeballs. I know that they want to keep it competitive, and kudos to the Eagles for coming up with this unstoppable play. Good for you. It won you a Super Bowl. It quite literally won you a Super Bowl. I'm done with it. I don't want to see it anymore. But going back to the AJ Brown stuff, just like the Bill Simmons body language doctor, like he's on the field doing this shit, and it's just like he's not doing TO level stuff or OBJ level stuff. He's not kicking over shit on the sideline, but he looks like he's damn near close to breaking out and fucking doing something crazy.
He needs to get traded. And I think it's an addition by subtraction.
I think he's out at the end of the year. I think they'll run with Devontae as the number 1.
I don't think it's the end of the year. I think he gets traded to somebody that needs a receiver. I mean, let's call it the Chiefs.
They're not going to trade him mid-season. There's no way, right?
He's a cancer. He's a cancer on the field. He's got to be a cancer off the field. He can't remember a 2-hour meeting with 2 other guys.
Yeah. Other notes from the Eagles: Lane Johnson, who's one of the best right tackles in the history of football.
Keep giving this. I just got to get another paper towel because I got to keep blowing my nose.
No, you're good. He basically came out and said that he wants the offense to be less predictable. It seems a lot harder than it needs to be. Maybe moving forward, just have a little bit more variety, hitting the perimeter some. He also said he defended the offensive coordinator who's been getting a lot of flack, Kevin Patullo. He said it's not a finger pointing show. I'm with Kevin until the end. A lot of it comes down to execution. But he did basically say at the very beginning of the statements that he thinks the offense is a little vanilla. And I'm putting words into his mouth a little bit, but we're taking context here.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we've been saying for the majority of the beginning of the season. And honestly, I thought they were keeping it that way because they were winning the games anyway, and they were going to lean on their defense, and they didn't need to show all that they could right now. But if you go in on Thursday night and lose to the Giants, who just got clobbered by the fucking New Orleans Saints last week, then you got a problem on your hands. That's what I think.
I agree with you.
I don't know. I think if they don't come out next week and put on a show, I'm kind of worried about this team. It just doesn't. I don't know. Remember the year after they won the Super Bowl last time? They started 10-0, but everyone was just like, this team's not very good. And then they kind of blew it down the stretch and barely like limped into the playoffs.
And then Doug Peterson didn't have a job.
Yep.
Which is wild.
Yeah. Who won the Super Bowl? Like, yeah.
2 years prior, then he is canned.
So yeah, it's giving me the vibes of that team. For whatever reason, I still think they have the most talented roster in the league. I don't necessarily think Hurts has played great this year, but I don't think it's all been on Hurts either. They can't really run the ball. It seems like they can't really run the ball, and I don't really get it. I don't know if it's because Lane Johnson and Mailata are getting older, and Cam Jurgens is not as good as Jason Kelce. Clearly, he's not as good as a Hall of Fame center. But
think about how good their defense is.
I know.
If we had Jalen Carter right now, or Jordan Davis,
yeah,
or Quinyon Mitchell, or Nakoda Dean, or Zach Baum, or holy shit! Think about the fucking plethora of treasure trove they have over there, and they can't win a game.
I know.
Or they can win games. They can't win a game when they're not winning by tush pushes.
They can't beat Bo Nix when they're up 17-3 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and they can't beat Jackson Dart, who's starting his third game.
He looks like he's in O-Town, the band, the boy band. Are you kidding me? So, there's something going on there. I think A.J. Brown needs to get the fuck out of town. Trade him back to Mike Vrabel. All right, trade him to New England. All right, and let him go back to his boy. And Mike Vrabel beat the living shit out of him in the locker room. Not tell anybody. But yeah, Mitch.
R.I.P. Sister Jean, Mitch.
And Mitch, we're golfing tomorrow, right?
Yes, fuck we are. We are golfing tomorrow. Mitch, by the way, shot a 75 at Clifton like 2 weeks ago. So yeah.
Mitch, we're not golfing tomorrow. I'll be in the group behind you. Hitting up on you.
It was probably like 2 months ago now, but he's been playing some real good golf. So I need to step up my game. We're gonna be having a little side bet 1-on-1 tomorrow, I think.
All right.
We'll see.
Yeah, but hey, look, the Eagles should mistakenly score 30 points with also the treasure trove they have on offense between Dallas Goedert and then the two wide receivers we've already talked about, Saquon being Saquon. Jalen Hurts is just a different animal. I mean, he's a different kind of quarterback, and he fits Philadelphia so well. He's quiet. He does his job. He seems very blue collar, and he just wants to, no pun intended, wants to plow forward. That's all he wants to do. He fits Philadelphia so well.
Yeah.
10.
And we know, we got this.
All right. I thought it was 10-12. I'm gonna tee off at 10-17. I'll be right behind you, hitting up on you the entire time.
Dusty beats Brian by 10 strokes.
20 strokes. It's 20.
What's the over under on 5 woods that you break?
Oh, here we go. I gotta hear this already. We're not even in person. I gotta hear this shit.
I give Brian my 5 wood and he freaking breaks it.
Snap the head. They call me the excavator for a reason. I hit it directly into the ground.
That was like 9 years ago. It's okay. Buddy. I still have the same 3 wood, the same one that matches that.
I'll give you a Maverick hybrid I got from Cal Ripken Senior's golf outing. I got it for free.
I'll take that. Once again, this is via Adam Schefter 1 minute ago. We already knew this, but just giving the news. Once again, no Lamar Jackson at practice today. He's coming back after the bye week. We're playing this week with Cooper Rush. Almost certainly, and then we have a bye week, and I think Lamar will be back against the Bears. At least that's what the general thinking amongst the Ravens beat writers and everyone who's talking is saying. So, just think we're going to see Cooper Rush in the rain against Matt Stafford. That's going to be one of the best quarterback matchups we've ever seen. Can't wait. Any other football stuff that you want to talk about before we get into the picks for the week?
Let me take a look here.
Chris Godwin's going to be out against the Niners. He's been.
I do have something.
Back and forth. Go ahead.
I want to say this about Brian Daboll. Okay, I'm not a big Brian Daboll fan. I know Brooksy is a big Brian Daboll fan. Totally fine.
I think he's a great offensive coordinator. I don't think he's a great coach. That's my personal opinion on him.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
What I want to bring up is Jackson Dart went into the medical tent, and they were in a crunch situation where I think they might have been a third down, going into a fourth down, or maybe they were already in fourth down. Yada yada. Brian Daboll went over to the medical tent and asked he's doing this motion. And I'm not going to say he accosted the medical professionals, but he definitely wasn't talking like a normal person. He wasn't just having a casual conversation. He was basically saying, hurry the fuck up and I need to get him the fuck back out here, but in a much more aggressive tone.
Yeah.
And I want to say this about Brian Daboll, because that obviously is not acceptable, but he got out in front of it at his press conference after the game. And yes, it helped that they won. And so he's in a good mood. That he was like, I was in the wrong. I shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. I'm paraphrasing a lot of this here, but he basically got out in front of him and said, I shouldn't have done that. That was inappropriate. And you know what? Good for him. You know, when you fuck up, admit that you fucked up and just get it out of the way. And he's probably going to get fined. And that's totally cool. But I bet you the fine would have been a lot worse if he would have been like, no, I'm just trying to win a ball game here. You know, try to do that hard ass bullshit. Fuck that. He fucked
Jonathan
up.
Gannon shit.
Yeah. and look, he fucked up and he admitted it. And once again, it helps that they won. So he's in a great mood, but at least he admitted it.
Yeah.
So I gotta give credit where credit is due, even where credit shouldn't be due because you fucked up in the first place. Yeah. But at least you did it. And then, so that's one football thing I wanted to bring up. Other than that, I don't really think I have anything else.
Well, I mean, we'll talk about more stuff while we make the picks. So let's just get into it. We have another London game. It is the Denver Broncos in there facing the New York Jets. They are at the Jets, but this is in London, so it doesn't matter. Both teams are going to be having the best time in London, I'm sure.
They already are.
So yeah, Broncos at the Jets in London. Like I said, doesn't matter that they're at the Jets. Denver is -7.5. The over/under is 43.5. This screams under, which for some reason means it's probably going to go over for a stupid reason. The Lunders have not been as good this year as they normally are. Usually the London unders, the Lunders as we call them.
I've never heard that term, and I love it.
Yeah,
I hate you for it, and I love it.
The Lunders have been good to us in the past, but not so much this year. I believe the last game went under, the Steelers and the Vikings game. But maybe it didn't, actually. I think that was the lowest total of the year. Either way, Denver -7.5 at the Jets. The Jets are the only winless team in the NFL, and I think they're going to cover this number. I think 7.5. I don't like the hook. For whatever reason, this screams Broncos by 7 exactly. So if you want to make that bet, go ahead. But do show with precaution. But I might make that bet, a little sprinkle on exactly Broncos to win by 7 exactly. That might be a fun bet. We'll see what the odds are. But we're both riding the Jets here.
Both riding the Jets, man. I'm with you on the Jets.
What's your thought process here? Is it more of a fade the Broncos, or just a situation that they're in London and it's going to be a weird one, or do you like feel
it's going to be one? It's the latter. I think it's a weird one because it's in London, and I think the Jets will keep it close. And I don't trust Bo Nix enough right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no trust whatsoever in Justin Fields and the Jets, but I don't trust Bo Nix enough because there's days he looks great and there's days he looks terrible.
Yep.
And I think he looks way better at home. So
I tend to agree with you. Only scary thing there is if the Broncos have like 3 pick sixes, which I think is entirely possible because Justin Fields isn't all that good.
Well, he'll just run the ball the entire time then.
Yeah. Rams at Ravens. In the rain, supposed to be not great weather at all. The over/under is 44.5. So honestly, I would look to take an under here in the rain. I don't know if a lot of people know about that weather forecast. I'm sure they do. The Rams are -7.5. Once again, same line. They got the hook. This one's in Baltimore. And I'm going to be a homer here. Give me Baltimore plus the points. Just because it's in the rain, and I think this could be a messy game, and it could be like 17-14, kind of thing. Right?
I'm with you, dude. There's nothing else for me to say. This screams disaster.
Are the dogs going to bark this week?
We're taking home dogs.
We are the next game here. This is a game. The Cowboys at the Carolina Panthers.
Oh,
The Cowboys are -3 in Carolina. The Cowboys' offense has been humming the last few weeks. Honestly, since they lost C.D. Lamb, their offense has been pretty unstoppable. Javonte Williams has been a godsend for the Cowboys this year. He's been unbelievable for them. The Panthers, I mean, they beat the Falcons 30-0. They played some games this year, but I have no faith in them as a football team to be consistent. I really don't have faith in either of these teams to be consistent. I'm not going to put a single dollar on this game, but I will take the Cowboys for this pick. I think they're a better team, and I don't know.
And this is where we would disagree. Give me the Panthers.
All right, fair enough. Carolina at home +3 points. Rico Dowdle, former Cowboy. It's his revenge game, and he went crazy last week with Chuba Hubbard out.
Don't bring that up to Delaware Dave because he wants to kill your brother. That might be why Brooks isn't joining. I think Del would have driven to Indianapolis, killed your brother, and came back to work.
Why? Because he started Rico Dowdle and he had like 30
No,
points.
he tried to like drop a player so that he could put Dowdle into the lineup, and it wouldn't go through the app. And he's like, this fucking commissioner won't even change shit. I told him 4 days in advance. I mean, he was going off. I mean, yeah, I saw horns begin to grow out of his fucking red hair.
I love it. Oh, man. Brooks, get on your commissioner shit, man. All right. The next game is Cardinals at the Colts. This line was 5.5 yesterday. It's now Colts -7.5. And I don't know if that has something to do with the reaction to the Cardinals being absolutely destroyed in the late portion of the games against the Titans or what. But
is Mark Sanchez calling this game?
Obviously, a lot of Colts money coming in. I don't think Mark Sanchez is going to be calling games very much anymore.
I don't think so either. Maybe
for the foreseeable future.
Maybe high school volleyball games, but
yeah. So this is Colts -7.5. And that's at Indy. So 2 indoor teams playing in Indy. What do we think about this one, Brian? I'll let you go first.
I can't take the Colts. I don't trust them enough. I don't.
You can take Kyler Murray.
I'll take the.
Oh my God,
I'll take Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. Yeah, I will.
I'm on record saying I still don't believe in this whole Daniel Jones is really good at football thing. He's just. I've seen him be bad.
With me? Are you riding with me?
No, I'm not. I've seen him be bad for too long to believe in him. But who I do believe in is Jonathan Taylor, and I do not believe in this Arizona Cardinals defense. I think Jonathan Taylor has another big day. Give me Indianapolis in this game.
Okay.
I mean, that offense, it doesn't seem like Daniel Jones even really needs to make difficult throws. They just need to run the ball, and their defense forces turnovers, and they're pretty good.
We do.
Yeah.
I have no statistics in front of me whatsoever, and I just go by gut.
Yeah.
I love Calais Campbell so much. I don't believe Calais Campbell is going to allow that interior line to let Jonathan Taylor run through them. I trust Calais Campbell. Fair enough. I think this is going to come into Daniel Jones' hands, and we've seen this in the past. That usually doesn't work out well. So I'll take the video. I'll take Tron Boy and let him ready player one.
You sound like you're playing Tecmo Bowl when you do this
his little legs.
Tyler would have been unstoppable in Tecmo Bowl, by the way.
Without a doubt. I mean, him and Bo Jackson running into each other.
Seattle at the Jaguars is the next game. And this is a game normally I wouldn't think is that fun, but I think this game's kind of fun. I think both of these teams are frisky.
When's the last time that we actually said Seattle versus Jacksonville is a great game?
I don't.
It's like saying Tennessee and the Panthers are a good game.
It's legitimately one of the best games of the 1 o'clock window. I mean, it's a pretty fun game. Seattle is -1.5 on the road in Jacksonville, and I got to tell you, I think this should be a pick'em. Am I gonna bet on Trevor Lawrence? By the way, I heard the greatest comp ever. Trevor Lawrence is Eli Manning.
Oh, dear.
He makes great plays when you don't expect him to. He makes terrible plays when you expect him to make good plays. He's the least consistent dude ever. He is Eli Manning.
He made a great throw in that Monday night game, and he looks like a surfer who lost his board. I swear to God. He looks like Chad Powers. He is Chad Powers. Huge nose, long locks, got the lettuce going. But yeah,
give me Eli. Give me Eli. I'm taking.
Are you taking the Eli's? You're taking the
Eli,
fighting fake Eli's?
Yeah.
Man, the FFEs fighting fake Eli's.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that, dude. I'll go the Oppo. I'm gonna go the Oppo. This is a pick'em game to me. You got two surfer looking bros between Sam Darnold and Sam Darnold wouldn't know what a farm looked like, by the way. He would have no fucking idea. 40 days and 40 nights of rain, man. He'd have no clue what the hell that means.
Does he have mono or no? Sorry. That was an old joke.
He still sees ghosts. It's October. He's seeing ghosts.
Oh, man. Adam, he's a long way away from Adam Gase. Let's just keep him as far away from that guy as possible. That guy was seeing ghosts.
That interview, always look up that interview where he does this face. What the hell are you doing? By the way, going to Halloween. We have to do a Halloween episode again where we dress up. I got an outfit.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Next game, Chargers at Dolphins. And this is, to me, the fishiest line of the week. Chargers are only -4.5 in Miami. I think this Miami team's pretty bad. I think this Chargers team is pretty good. I know that Omarion Hampton is out for them. They're starting running back. I know that Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater are probably not. I mean, and Rashawn Slater is definitely not going to play. I don't know if Joe Alt's playing. I'm not 100% sure if he's back from that high ankle sprain or not. But I think the Chargers are a way, way better team than the Dolphins. And that's why I am going to take the Dolphins. I think this line is too low, and I think Vegas knows something, and I'm skeptical of this one. I'm taking the Dolphins. I'm not going to bet it, but I'm going to watch it very intently.
I'm going to add nothing to what you just said because you took every word out of my mouth. I'm right there with you.
Yep. I don't know. I think the Chargers win the game, but don't cover in some weird wonky way.
I actually think the Dolphins win the game.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, Dad. We're betting against the Chargers
this
week.
Yeah, sorry, Glenn. Please don't hate me.
But the Chargers did fly across the country 2 weeks ago and lose to the Giants, who are, I don't know if they're a good team because they beat the Eagles last night, but at the time certainly weren't the most well-respected team in the league. Here's a really good one. AFC North showdown, the Browns at the Steelers. The over-under for this game is 37.5, and I don't know how they get there. Steelers are -5.5. They're coming off a bye week. And the Browns, who had just traded Joe Flacco to the Bengals, are going to be starting Dylan Gabriel for the second week in a row, who actually looked pretty decent last week.
He did.
Not like amazing, not light your world on fire, but he looked okay. He looked serviceable.
He looked like Bo Nix. I hate to say a comparison there, but give it to take it away. Man.
Yeah. These Oregon dudes. What happened to Joey Harrington, man? Could have been.
Oh, man. Oregon wanted him to win the Heisman.
Because they took fucking Charles Rogers instead of.
Yeah, that worked out well. Yeah. Michigan State, Charles Rogers. Guy was built like a cigarette.
That guy put up some fucking numbers at Michigan State, though.
Yes, he did. Then he let go of the titters.
Yeah. Like I said, the line on this game is 5.5. This game is at formerly Heinz Field, now Acrisure Field. Stupidest fucking thing in the world. Heinz, get back on there.
How did French's not get in and take over that name?
I've been saying it forever.
French's mustard should have came in and swallowed that shit up.
Yeah.
Come on.
We could have called it the Big Hot Dog.
The Big Dog.
I'm going to take the Browns here. I think 5.5 is too much for a divisional matchup, and I think the Browns defense is legitimately good. Give me the Browns. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a fun time in this game.
I hate that you and I are agreeing so much. Yeah. I'm right there with you. I think Myles Garrett is going to eat Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And he's going to put French's on him.
Look, the Steelers have been grasping victory from the jaws of defeat all year, and I think at some point it's going to catch up to them. I like this is going to be the spot. Catch up, Heinz? Nice. The next game is the Fighting Drake Mays of New England going to New Orleans to face the Saints of New Orleans. The Patriots are
thanks.
minus 3.5 in New Orleans. Another kind of fishy line. The Patriots look really good against Buffalo. I'm sure they're going to have a lot of people wanting to bet on them this week. The Saints, although, are coming off that big win against Jackson Dart, their first win of the season, I believe. I don't really know where to go with this one. I think the Patriots are better. I think they're better coached. I don't think the Saints are going to win 2 games in a row at any point this season. Give me the Patriots.
Give me the Patriots as well. I'll take Mike. This comes down to the coaches. And I will take Mike Vrabel over Kellen Moore any day of the week.
I couldn't agree with you more. I am not a Kellen Moore guy. If you've watched this podcast, you should know that. My score prediction is 35-10 Ravens. Go Ravens, and thank God it's Friday. Heck yeah, Antonio.
Hope you're doing well, Antonio.
I hope
you're doing well. Hope your mom and dad are doing well as well.
Yeah, we love you, Antonio. Thank you very much for always giving us your input. And if the Ravens win 35-10, maybe we'll have to send you some merch.
Oh my God. We're taking you to dinner.
This might be the worst game that you could possibly make in week 6 of this NFL season. The Titans of Tennessee are flying to Las Vegas to play the Fighting Geno Smiths, who have thrown 9 interceptions in 5 weeks. The Titans inexplicably won the game last week in Arizona. The Raiders lost to the Colts 40-6 last week. These are 2 of the very worst teams in the NFL. This Raiders offense is completely lost. Brock Bowers got hurt in week 1. Has been playing hurt all year. He didn't play last week. I don't know if he's going to play this week. He was kind of the cog in their offense that kept it going. I know Jacoby Myers is all right, and I like Genty, but I just think their offensive line is bad. I had no idea. Give me the Titans, I guess. This game sucks.
Sorry, buddy. Got a work text coming in.
No, you're good.
Sorry, I know this is bad airtime.
That's okay. While he's doing that, who's your favorite West Virginia player of all time? Just thinking genius. Is it Pat White? Is it Steve Slayton? Is it Tavon Austin?
No, it's Owen Schmidt. The guy who used to bleed every time he would hit somebody. He was a fullback.
Owen Schmidt.
Yeah,
I forgot about that guy. Holy shit, that's a name I haven't heard in forever. Oh man.
I will.
Everyone will say Tavon Austin. The highlights are just ridiculous. Steve Slayton, though, good player. Pat White, electric. Even who's the one with the famous brothers? Pat McAfee. Ooh.
Well, yeah, Pat McAfee's gonna be.
David Sills the fifth, but who was throwing him the ball? What was the guy who he has brothers named Nash and somebody else? He played quarterback. Will Greer. Good West Virginian quarterback. I think Dana Holgerson needs to go coach West Virginia.
Yes.
It just makes too much sense.
Well, no, Rich Rod. I still love Rich Rod.
Who's winning, Tennessee or the Raiders?
I am taking the Raiders. I don't have any faith whatsoever in Tennessee at all. I don't believe Geno Smith actually makes it through this game. I think Aiden O'Connell ends up playing in the second quarter after Geno throws his second pick. Kenny Pickett. I think, Jesus Christ. All right, maybe I cheat now. I'm still taking the Raiders.
I'm just taking the 4.5 points because I think these teams suck ass, both of them.
Okay.
Here's a good game, finally. 49ers at Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been the most fun team to watch in the NFL so far this season. They've been in close games constantly. Baker Mayfield has been coming up big in all of those moments that he needed to. And their rookie star, Emeka Egbuka, we can't say enough good things about on this podcast. We're beating a dead horse, but the guy has been unbelievably good as a rookie. He looks like a 10-year vet playing football, and I love watching him. This line is Tampa -3 at home against the Niners. And I'm going to take the Bucs. I don't like the Niners going all the way across the country. I don't like all the injuries. It looks like Pearsall is probably going to be out. It seems like Juwan Jennings might not be playing either. So their top options are going to be pretty limited on offense. Kittle is already out. And their whole team's been questionable and or or dead all year. Give me Tampa. I know Godwin's not playing and Mike Evans isn't playing. I don't care. I trust Baker much more than I trust this 49ers team.
Tampa is my favorite team to watch right now. It's not even remotely close. Give me Tampa as well. I love everything about this team. They got the mojo going. Unlike baseball, where your momentum is as good as your next day starting pitcher, not in this case. Joe, suck it. That's Arkansas. You're looking for something Arkansas to go in there, man. I understand. Brandon Allen is going to be selling Red Bull and wearing the same shirt as you in about 2 years.
Oh, man. We have one more game, by the way, Joe, before the Sunday night game. The Sunday night game, once again, is Lions at Chiefs, and it's -2.5. You are picking that game for Brian. Mm-hmm. So we got one more game we're going to pick. Put your prediction for that game in the chat if you could for us, Joe. We would appreciate it. Bengals at the Packers is the last game of the 4 o'clock slate, and that is the Packers at an astounding -14.
Wow.
14
what
against the Bengals.
Give me the Bengals.
And Joe Flacco is the starting quarterback for the Bengals, by the way, in this game. And you know what Joe Flacco does? He covers spreads.
He covers spreads.
Give me the Bengals +14. This is still an NFL team after all.
Joe, I will absolutely dress up as you for Halloween. There is not even a question. I'll grow the beard out. It'll be gray. Well, I'll grow it out.
All right.
I'll drink Red Bull. I'll drink Red Bull vodkas the entire time.
Oh, don't make that gesture again. That was funny.
Yeah, there you go. Ski pole. Here we go.
All right, Joe. The fighting Jake Bates.
I knew he was.
The kicker, Jake Bates. He's a pretty good kicker.
I gotta give him a game one time. It doesn't have an Arkansas person in it. I have to. I gotta do research.
I'm with you, Joe. I'm gonna keep fading the Chiefs until they show me who I think they really are. And they showed me last week against Jacksonville. I don't think this Chiefs team is good. I just don't think they're good. I didn't think they were good last year, and they won 15 games. I don't think they're good this year, and they're not going to win 15 games. No. I'm taking Detroit, and I think they're a way better team. Honestly, I just think they're way better. This line, by the way, is 2.5. We're getting them less than 3 points. If you want to buy that hook, I wouldn't hate it. The over/under is also 52.5. They're expecting a little bit of a score fest here. I'd be careful with that, with it being in Kansas City and outside. I would check the weather first. I don't know exactly what they're getting. And also, if you want to bet on the Chiefs here, the adverse side of this is Jared Goff is a much different player outside than he is inside. They played I think an astounding 14 of their 17 games they played last year were indoors.
Yeah, indoors.
This year, it's not going to be quite that easy. So it's going to be a little different. So if you do want to fade the Lions here, I don't blame you. That's the argument against them. But I just think they're a way better team, and I think they're going to be able to run the shit out of the ball against this KC team. So give me the Lions. There are 2 Monday night games again.
Again? Damn.
I think this is the last time. I hope it's the last time.
Are they overlappers or are they 1-to-1?
That I don't know. Let's find out. While I'm looking that up, the first of the two, it's 7:15 and 8:15, so they overlap.
Oh, they overlap. Okay.
These are actually 2 decent games. Decent. The first one's better than the second one. They're okay games. By the way, the 2 teams on bye this week are the Minnesota Vikings and the Houston Texans. So just want to let you guys know if you didn't hear those teams, that's why. Bills at the Falcons is the first of the 2 Monday night games. And I only say this is a good game because the Falcons are clearly a better team at home than they are on the road. If this was Falcons at Bills, I would consider this a terrible game. But the Falcons are a little frisky at home, and I like Bijan, and the Bills are kind of reeling after that Sunday night loss. This is Bills -4.5 on the road in Atlanta. Brian, what do you think about this one?
Give me Atlanta. I like what you said about them being indoors. I don't care about the Bills reeling. That was I think that was a one-off.
Yeah,
but I like the 4.5. I think the Bills win, but I think the Falcons cover.
I'm tempted to go with you, but I just don't think the Bills are gonna do this 2 weeks in a row. Give me Buffalo minus the 4.5, and I can see that going either way, and even me flip flopping on that by Monday night. But I'm gonna take Buffalo as of now, and we'll lock that one in. And the last game of the night, a repeat of last year's amazing Jaden Daniels Hail Mary. The Bears are at the Commanders. And this was the downfall of the Caleb Williams season last year when the Bears lost this game to Hail Mary.
The downfall was Matt Eberflus having his job. All right, I called that in advance.
Who's better, Matt Eberflus or Mark Trestman?
Ben McAdoo. I'll take Mark Trestman, actually, believe it or not, over that
Canadian Football League coach. Oh, this is at Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Everyone knows that's the best stadium in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Chicago at Washington, and the line is – guess the line. What do you think the line is?
Let's see. Commanders by 6.5.
The line is Commanders by 4.5, actually.
Ooh.
So you should be smashing the Commanders button here. And I'm going to do certainly the Commanders. I'm going to be betting on them. I know the Bears are coming off a bye, but I just don't believe in Caleb Williams. I just don't.
I'm with you.
I'm sorry. I think the Commanders were really impressive last week. I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take them, and I think they're gonna win this game pretty handily. I just trust their team and their offense much better. So give me the Commanders. You're taking them as well.
Yeah.
You thought the line should be 6, and maybe that's a reason we should bet the other way. Who knows? But
I'm gonna take that one.
Those are all the games.
Hey, what did we bet on? What did we handshake on? I forgot.
The Scooble strikeouts.
Scooble strikeouts. 10.
If he has 10, I said 9.5. So if he has 10, you win. If he has 9, then I win.
Okay. All right. I needed a hook there to make sure someone wins.
Yeah, fair enough. Right. And that's what the line is on DraftKings. So it's a very fair bet.
Very fair.
Concussion protocol for the Giants with Jackson Dart is currently under review by the NFL and the NFLPA. This is what you were just talking about with Dayball going over to the tent.
He's going to get
a little bit ago. We'll see. The league is going to be talking about it.
And the NFLPA can suck it because they don't even have a head anymore. They have no leg to stand on. This is all the NFL. They're just trying not to get sued.
Yeah. And clearly Brian Daboll has seen enough of Russell Wilson because he couldn't even check him in.
Check him in the game. And by the way, also like that the guy giving the pep, like, by the way, I hate those pregame huddles where like Ray Lewis, who let the dogs out or whatever. Jameis Winston is the guy giving the pregame speech. He's the third string quarterback. He's the one giving the pregame hype up. Like, let's go out there and eat W's.
He's the vibe, man. He's just the vibe, man.
He's the MC of the M1 mixtape tour. He absolutely is without a basketball.
This is a really, really hilarious graphic that I just saw on the Twitter, and I just got to put it up on the screen for a second.
Do it, man.
Have you scored 18 points in a game this season? The answer is yes to every single one of these teams on the left. All these teams on the right, yes, but we call them runs. No to the Browns.
That's incredible.
That made me laugh really, really hard. So
that's incredible. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, but we call them runs.
We call them runs.
The Orioles were on there, by the way.
I saw that. All right, so our picks are in. I guess Brooksy's going to send him in. I know he's at a meeting today, and he'll be with us the next time we get together. But I'm looking forward to golfing with you tomorrow. But I have a spontaneous draft.
Yes.
If you are ready.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right.
Well, I mean, we're not ready. Neither of us are ready.
No, neither's ready. You're right. All right. So this came from a customer last night, and so while it came last night, I know that doesn't sound spontaneous. I'm going to make it spontaneous based on what the customer said. The best thing in sports, anything that begins with the letter, and you get to pick the letter. the best thing in sports. So it could be a person, it could be a stadium, it could be a food. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And you get to pick the letter.
Let's do the letter T.
T. All right, there we go.
T.
You want me to go first? You want to go first? Let me just go back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth. We're not going to snake it. Yeah. Let's go back and forth. You go first.
All right, letter T.
Yeah. It could be a player. It could be a thing. It could be anything.
Yeah, anything. But it's got to be sports oriented.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to go Tom Brady.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to go Tiger Woods.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. Should have went there, and I lost.
Nah, I don't know about that. You got the greatest football player. I got the greatest golfer. We're good.
All right. Oh, man. Damn.
I'm just trying to think of T things now.
I know, and so am I.
Oh, I got a couple.
Damn, I don't like that either. I have a couple already. Shit.
I got some good ones. I got to start writing them down. So
I know. I might need to start writing down too.
I have a bunch of people, and I'm going to try to think of other things that are not people, but.
Oh, I got one. Here we go. I'm going to go Ted Williams.
Okay. Ted Williams. I'm going to go turnovers.
That sucked.
Turnovers. Give me turnovers.
Like the food?
No. Turnovers. Sports. There's turnovers in every sport. No sports. I'm
going to go Justin Thomas.
Okay. I'm going to go touchdowns.
Oh man, I'm losing this.
Tag. Ooh.
Tag. Unfortunately, that is a sport because I've seen it come on the Ocho and all that shit where they're running around like these like obstacle courses.
Well, you also tag people out at the plate.
Oh, I got one. Here we go. Tony Hawk.
Oh man, that's a big miss on my part. Tony Hawk's a good D.
You had Bucky Lasik as your name the other day, man.
I did.
He lives down the road.
Too. Give me Tim Duncan, Mr. Fundamental.
Oh, that's a good call, man. All right, look, I'd be remiss if I don't pick this person. You would break me down. Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn. Oh, man, I didn't think about that. Dad put in the chat, Tommy John.
Tommy John, that's a great one. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Man should be in the Hall of Fame, not only for the surgery being named after him. I think he has like 280 wins.
All right. I have a name written down, but I'm going to try to think of an inanimate object or some sort of thing first. Give me what we're going to be doing on Sunday. Give me tailgating.
Tailgating. Oh, man, that's a win. That's a W. That is a W.
I wish I had turnovers away. I wish I wouldn't have picked turnovers. Do you want to know the name that I didn't put?
Yeah, what do you got?
Tommy Lasorda.
Tommy Lasorda. When that bat hits him in the All-Star game and he just falls back like a sack of potatoes. It's unbelievable.
Tommy John's a good answer.
Tommy John. What do we put down?
You got Tom Brady, Ted Williams, Justin Thomas, Tony Hawk, and Tony Gwynn. I got Tiger Woods, turnovers, touchdowns, Tim Duncan, and tailgating. You got all people.
I got all people. I was going to say the Detroit Tigers at one point.
Tim
There's
Salmon.
no way. Tim Salmon.
Tug McGraw. Troy Gloss.
If you would have said Taylor Swift, I was literally going to throw this laptop through my window.
Travis Kelce,
yeah. I can't believe I went Justin Thomas.
Tony Banks.
All right, let's stop. Vinny Testaverde.
Tommy Fleetwood. TPC Sawgrass.
Mark Trestman.
Ooh, TPC Sawgrass. We could have thought of freaking
TPC Sawgrass. Oh, we could have done golf courses.
Damn, we need to do this. We need to do more of these with more letters. This is a good idea.
This is a great idea. Yeah, that's why I said it's spontaneous, because yes, it's just things in sports that begin with a letter.
Yeah. We're not doing that. That's a K. That's a K. We're not doing
K.
That.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. Tuscaloosa.
Talladega.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So many.
know.
We're gonna miss so many every time for each thing. That's a fun one.
Tim Tebow? Like, I mean, we missed Tim Tebow.
Oh my God, we get double points for that. 2 T's.
I know, I had 2 T's. I took Justin Thomas. I forgot God. I forgot Tim Tebow. I'm gonna get struck by lightning when I walk outside the house.
Oh my God, dude.
So these are fun. We'll do another one of these next time. We'll do a spontaneous draft. Best thing in sports that begins with the letter and you get to pick.
Hell yeah. I love that. I love that. And it's fun that you can't prep because I definitely wouldn't have taken turnovers number 2, but I like turnovers. It's fun.
I love that Dad brought up Tommy John, man. Tommy John's
a good one.
Yeah.
Tommy John is a good one.
Yep.
Tim Wakefield.
Tim Wakefield. Oh my goodness.
R.I.P. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us today on Friday, October 10th. 10 out of 10. You're a 10 out of 10 if you're watching this. We appreciate you.
And Dusty, you and I said before the podcast started, said, let's go for an hour and a half. Look at what the clock says. 1 minute and 1 hour and 30 minutes on the number.
And guess what? See ya.
See ya.